Hey boys and girls, today we're going to start decorating our mola. Remember, there are some principles of design that we want to focus on while we're doing this. They are variety, repetition, balance, and unity. So you already have completed a worksheet where you demonstrated that you could do those four things. You don't have to do the same designs that you put in your worksheet though on your mola. Keep that in mind. This was for practice to make sure that you understood what that meant. Okay, so here's where you should be now. You should have your animal with 3 different colored outlines around it. Now we're going to repeat those same colors. So hopefully you saved all of your scraps. I've got my scraps here of my blue, my purple, my green, and some black, and I'm going to start decorating. So I already began some things, and I want to show you what I've made and then show you how I did it on one more item. So I have an eye here that I made for my bird, and a beak here. So here's what I did. I took a color first. I'm going to do a wing right here. So with blue paper, I drew a wing, and now I'm going to cut that out. And then I'm going to place it on one of the other colors that I used. So I'm going to put this on top of purple. This will give it a purple outline. It's going to help to repeat the same colors and the same line designs on, the designs that I'm adding to my mola too. Okay, so I've got my blue wing. I'm going to glue that down to my purple paper, and then I'm going to trace around just like I did around my animal before. I'm going to trace, leaving that same pencil width area around the blue wing. And I'm going to just trim that off neatly. Then lastly, I will put this on green and give it a nice green outline. Okay, so here's what I have so far. You can see where this is going to go on my bird, and now I'm going to add a green outline around it too. So again, I'm just going to glue this down. Put that right there, and then draw my line around it. And remember, I'm doing this really lightly so that I don't see a lot of pencil. When you're finished and your glue's dry, you're going to want to erase any pencil that's still showing, because pencil on your mola is not going to look very neat. Okay, almost got this done. And let's check out what that looks like now. Okay? So you can see I have an eye, a beak, and a wing. Now I could further decorate the wing too, but before I do that, I want to show you something that I'm going to do in my background. I'm going to actually cut some pieces away from the background paper. I'm going to take my pencil first and draw some lines to show where I want to do that. I'm going to make some designs that involve some simple rectangles. So I'm drawing some rectangles here on the black paper. I don't know how easy or hard it is to see that on black. Here's 3. I'm going to just go for one more. Okay, and then I'm going to trim from the paper itself these lines. So I am cutting into my background paper right now. That's my doggy here in the background there. He's being a naughty boy right now. He wants something. Okay, so you see I'm cutting out from the background paper these rectangles. And then I'm going to take one of the colored papers that I've saved, and I'm going to glue it behind it. I've got some green here ready. Now, of course, keep in mind too, if you run out of your scraps of paper, you can always get more paper in the classroom. Okay, see how this can be glued behind it, and then you're going to have these green lines. Now with that, I could also add some more colors. I've already cut some little purple strips. Let's see how that would look if I added in some things like this. Move this out of the way here. I could add in some purple in here. And then of course I'm going to want to repeat that as well. Add some more in here, maybe with another shape. Here are some little purple squares I've cut. I could do a pattern with those also. Okay, now, if I am putting these designs here though, keep in mind I'm gonna wanna do the same designs down here below for balance. Okay, so I'm balancing my designs by repeating them on both sides. I have unity because I'm going to be using the same kinds of shapes. So I would use the same shapes down here, the same kinds of rectangles that I would cut from my edges. And I'm using the same color scheme. If you want to add in extra colors, a 5th color, a 6th color, that's perfectly fine. Go ahead and do that. But you wouldn't want to have one color only used in one place. That would be too much emphasis in that one area. It wouldn't really look balanced. So if I'm going to add in another color, if I'd want to add in, let's say, orange or, I don't know, pink, then I'd want to put that in multiple parts of my mola, inside my animal, outside my animal, in the background as well, so that it all has unity. Okay, so as we've seen before, molas have tons and tons of designs in them, almost to the point where we say that it's going overboard. Okay, so just like these examples of these worksheets, you just want to make sure that you're filling the majority of your mola. Okay, just remember the majority of the background, the majority of the space inside of your animal. For molas, more actually is better when it comes to designing. So go ahead and over-design. All right. Well, thanks for watching. I can't wait to see what you all come up with. And don't forget to use that drying rack for your wet molas, because that glue is gonna really start sticking to things if you don't. All right. Bye-bye.